So my friend Clint just brought me these pickups there, Fender Fat 50s pickups, and one of them is completely dead, he said. So let's have a look at them, just see if we're getting any DC resistance. Again, it's not an accurate measure of a pickup's qualities, but it is an accurate measure of whether the coil is intact, and we're getting absolutely nothing there. So you can see it's an open circuit there, so very, very bad news. There's a couple of areas that are suspect to me. There's some coil damage there, and I also feel like there's some slight damage here. In fact, is that a break there? I don't know. So, what we're going to do is, first of all, just make sure that it's not actually just a sort of a dry joint, and we'll do that by just sort of re-flowing these two solder joints. And if that doesn't give us any results, what we'll do is we'll just cut this wire here, which is like the outer coil, and I'll just unwrap until I see something untoward, basically. So with any luck, and it often is, it's on the outer things of the coil. I suspect, because these pickup covers are quite tight and really rough inside, I suspect that they are the cause of the issue here. Okay, so first things first, just reflow this, nice hot soldering iron. So let's try that now. I suspect this will make no improvement. Yeah, nothing. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to first of all pull this wire out here because it's going to be in our way a little bit. Let's remove that wire completely because we need access to this eyelet. Okay, so let's just snip this. Got to make sure you don't do the wrong side, because if we do this side, then the pickup is, well, it's not scrap, but we're going to have to rewind it. Snap that, and let's just see what we get. It's 100 turns. Let's just see if we got rid of all of those suspect looking things. Let's go and do another 100 turns and see if I can get to it. Ha! There. 124 turns in, and there's your break. That's really good news. Okay, cool. So literally all we do, let's just make sure that it's not broken further around here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna take off a few turns here, carefully, and then wind them by hand back on the coil towards the bottom. Because that will then put our wire in the position that we want it in for reattaching. But yeah, really glad that I carried on there, actually, rather than just snipping off all the wire and starting again. And these single coils have like sort of about 8,000 turns on them. So 120 sort of turns lost is a very, very small percentage. So 124 turns in, we found a break in the wire, which is really good news, for it to be on the outside. So we've lost this much wire, which looks like lots, but in the scheme of things, it's nothing. And what we're going to do is just clean out this eyelet and solder the sort of thing back on. And I found a way of doing this that works really nicely for me. Solder suckers and all that sort of stuff, I don't know, they just don't work very effectively for me. And what I like to do is just heat this up so that it flows the solder. And then just a tiny bit of compressed air, and you got yourself a nice clean hole, which is excellent. Okay, so that's 5 through there, and we get our hookup wire. I'm actually going to put some new wire on here just because I did lose a bit of length through that process. So this is the same pushback cloth wire of the traditional Fender stuff. We'll just tin that. Solder this, get it nice and hot. So the most important metric actually that we can measure with these pickups is not DC resistance, but is inductance. So if we get, this is going to be our middle pickup. We can tell by the the different colored wires, because it's reverse round reverse polarity. That has got an inductance of 2.5 Henrys. I'm guessing this is bridge pickup based on the fact that it is the wires are short on it. And that is 2.6 Henrys, so a little bit hotter. And interestingly, I think this one is about 6. Well, let's have a check. I thought it was about 6.3, yeah. And then that middle one was about 6.2. So again, doesn't really tell you anything other than it's got more coil winds on it. A little bit more, yeah, 6.17. And then neck is 6.01, and look, this is, if you're going to have a weak pickup, you want the neck pickup to be it, because that's where the string is moving the most. So excellent news. And in terms of Henrys, 2.37. So very, very little difference there between the middle and this one. In terms of percentages, let's say it's 25 to 24, so that's what, 4%, something like that. So I think we can live with that.